Today we're making a pillowcase from our new Laugh Out Loud collection of fabrics for Moda. It's really simple. It uses 1 yard of fabric for the body, a 1/3 yard of fabric for the cuff, and an 1/8 yard of fabric for the accent strip.
So let's get started. For the Dilly Dally pillowcase, we're going to cut a 27.5 by 42 inch rectangle for the body. We're going to cut a 9.5 by 42 inch rectangle for the cuff. And for our accent piece, we're going to cut a 2 by 42 inch rectangle. On your accent piece, you're going to want to put your fabrics wrong sides together and press.
The first thing that we need to do, Kimberly, is take our cuff fabric and lay it right side up on our cutting surface. We'll take the body of the pillowcase next, and we'll line up all the raw edges. And I like to put a few pins all the way across, just to keep it nice and straight and together.
So both fabrics are right side up at this point.
Yes, and the raw and the edges are all together.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to put our accent strip on top of that. Make sure that the fold is towards you and that both raw edges are right along those other raw edges. And once again, just place a few pins along there so that that all stays together. Boy, this is nice doing this with someone else.
Quick.
Yep, you get it done twice as fast. Okay, now this is the trick. You're going to take your body fabric and roll it up towards your accent strip until you can see that cuff fabric underneath. Now we're going to flip this up and once again pin all these layers together.
So you've really got like 4 layers.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go to the sewing machine. What type of seam allowance are we going to use?
It's a 1/4 inch seam. And again, I like to use a small stitch length, probably about a 2.0.
And we're just going to go stitch from end to end.
Now we can do the magic and turn our pillowcase right side out, excuse me. And we're just going to pull this all out of the tube. And with a little help, let's shake this out. We've got the top of our pillowcase finished with this wonderful accent strip. Now all we have to do is press it and go on to the next step. Okay, I've got my pillowcase now laid out on my pressing surface, and what I like to do is start at the accent strip and press towards me. And I do that all the way down, and that way I get to stretch the cuff out a little bit and get a really nice crisp press line on there. So when go to the next step, it's all going to line up. We're going to fold our pillowcase in half so that the wrong sides are together and all the raw edges meet down the side. Okay, and I like to fix it so that my accent strip matches, lines up, my seam lines up on the side here, and then most importantly, the one at the top lines up. And then we're going to put some pins all the way across the side and the bottom. Come on, pinning buddy, let's get busy.
So now where are we going to stitch?
We're going to stitch a 1/4 inch, a very scant 1/4 inch seam, all the way down the side and across the bottom.
And we're going to start at the cuff, correct?
Correct. All right, we've sewn our pillowcase down the side and across the bottom, so now we need to turn it inside out. And I just reach in and grab the corners, shake it out. Using my little corner tool, I'll just poke those corners out so they're nice and square and perfect. Lay my pillowcase out again. And I like to pin this step again. It's not really necessary, but I just like to do this. I'll put a pin right below that cuff seam and right again at the top of the cuff so that it holds it in place. And so that we don't have any raw edges in our seam, it's going to be a nice finished seam. I'm going to go ahead and sew all the way down the side and across the bottom again, just like I did last time. I'm going to make sure I have a really generous 1/4 inch this time because I want to catch all those raw edges that I sewed last time. And once again off the edge and back stitch. And voila, you have an adorable finished pillowcase that was quick, it was fast, it was easy to make. You've got finished seams on the inside, so when you wash it, it's not going to unravel, and it's just going to become your favorite pillowcase. What do you think you'll do with it, Kimberly?
You can whack me and fight.
And don't forget to get your free pillowcase pattern at the Fat Quarter Shop.